In a quaint neighborhood, William Brown finds himself entangled in a chaotic series of events triggered by his noisy neighbor, Vlad. Fueled by frustration, William's confrontation takes a dark turn, leading to Vlad's accidental demise. As William attempts to cover up the incident, his actions inadvertently result in a growing body count. The story takes a surprising twist when the narrative shifts from horror comedy to a surreal and psychedelic journey. Director Jose Forbes, known for music videos, attempts to channel the splatterfests of the 1980s. While the film boasts impressive gore and special effects reminiscent of that era, it struggles to maintain the wit and originality characteristic of 80s splatter films. Cameos from Kumail Nanjiani and Thomas Lennon inject some life into the movie, and the performances of Jonah Ray Rodriguez and Alex Winter add watchability. However, the script loses its charm in the second half, descending into confusion and mediocrity. The promising premise of Destroy All Neighbors devolves into a tedious gorefest, stumbling towards an unsatisfying conclusion like a decaying zombie. Despite the admirable special effects and enthusiastic performances, the film fails to recapture the spirit of 80s splatter films. Gabe Bartal's grotesque creations impress, but the movie begins to irritate, much like a bothersome next-door neighbor. Destroy All Neighbors could have been a delightfully schlocky experience, but it ultimately succumbs to a lack of direction and momentum. As William's mind unravels further, the movie plunges into a bizarre exploration of his creative process. Surrounded by his deceased neighbors in grotesque forms, he seeks inspiration for his music. The once promising narrative now meanders through a confusing and unsatisfying journey, leaving viewers yearning for the initial quirky horror comedy. Kumail Nanjiani's portrayal of a tetchy security guard and Thomas Lennon's role as a wimpy music label owner offer occasional sparks of humor, momentarily alleviating the descent into chaos. Yet, even their presence cannot salvage the film from its increasing mediocrity. Jonah Ray Rodriguez and Alex Winter continue to give commendable performances, but their efforts can only do so much with a script that loses its way. Destroy All Neighbors, which initially hinted at a nightmarish evening turning farcical, now struggles to maintain viewer interest. The promise of a nostalgic nod to 80s splatter films fades away, leaving a taste of disappointment. As the movie limps toward its conclusion, the once impressive special effects and grotesque creations become overshadowed by the overall lack of coherence. Destroy All Neighbors, like a decaying zombie with no sense of direction, stumbles to the finish line, leaving audiences with a sense of missed potential and unfulfilled promises. In the end, what could have been an entertaining blend of horror and comedy transforms into a tedious and confusing experience. Destroy All Neighbors, despite its initial premise and notable performances, fails to deliver on its early potential, leaving viewers with a sense of dissatisfaction akin to dealing with a troublesome neighbor who never seems to quiet down.